Here is a little mystery before we start. Imagine you have exactly $30 to spend at a bakery. Hold that thought, because today it becomes mathematics. Welcome to Math Concepts Made Easy. Today is day 11, and our lesson is all about standard form of a linear equation. Before we start, a quick recap. In our last lesson, day 10, we studied Cartesian plane, axes, quadrants, and plotting points intuitively. If any of that feels unclear, pause here and re-watch day 10 first, because today builds directly on it. By the end of this lesson, student can translate a real-world scenario into a two-variable equation and format it in standard form. Grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let us begin. Before we touch any formulas, let me show you where this idea already lives in your everyday life. Imagine you have exactly $30 to spend at a bakery. Cupcakes cost $3 and brownies cost $2. You don't know how many of each you will buy yet. There are multiple different combinations you could choose that exactly drain your $30 budget. You have been using this idea all along. Today we simply give it a name and learn its rules. So what is really going on here? A linear equation in two variables is just a mathematical way of writing down a balancing act. The x is the number of cupcakes, the y is the number of brownies. The standard form of this equation is just a neat, organized way to write this rule so that mathematicians worldwide can read it identically. Keep that picture in your mind, because everything else in this lesson grows out of it. Now we are ready to say this precisely, the way mathematicians do. Here is our focus for today. X plus by plus c equals 0, meaning and examples. In symbols, we write it as a times x, plus b times y, plus c, equals 0. Every word of that definition matters, so read it slowly. You already know linear equations in one variable. This definition simply builds on those familiar ideas. Here is the key formula for standard form of a linear equation. The formula is a times x plus b times y plus c equals 0. Watch how each part appears as I say it. Do not just memorize the symbols, make sure you understand what each one represents, because that is what the exam really tests. Let us put this to work with real examples, one step at a time. Convert 3x equals 5y, 7 to standard form. Goal: get everything to one side, equal to 0. Subtract 5y from both sides, 3x, 5y equals negative 7. Add 7 to both sides, 3x, 5y plus 7 equals 0. Which means a equals 3, b equals negative 5, c equals 7. Notice how every line follows logically from the one before it. That habit, checking each step, is what makes your answers reliable. Now, a quick warning, because I see students lose marks on this every single year. Before I show you, think about what could possibly go wrong here. 3, 2, 1. When rearranging into standard form, students often forget to change the sign of the constant c when bringing it across the equal sign. Show explicitly that subtracting from one side means subtracting from the other. Compare the wrong way and the right way on screen, and promise yourself you will never fall for this one. Time to try it yourself. Here is your practice question. Write y equals negative 2x plus 4 in standard form. Add 2x to both sides, 2x plus y equals 4. Pause the video now, or take a few seconds with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let us solve it together. Subtract for 2x plus y for equals 0. Which means a equals 2, b equals 1, c equals negative 4. How did you do? If you slipped anywhere, rewind and watch that step again. That is exactly how strong students learn. Let us bring today's lesson together in one picture. At the center of everything sits standard form of a linear equation. We explored x plus by plus c equals 0, meaning and examples. The one formula to remember is a times x plus b times y plus c equals 0. Watch out for the common trap we discussed. And remember our goal: student can translate a real-world scenario into a two-variable equation and format it in standard form. Next lesson, graph of a linear equation, plotting the line, infinite solutions, slope intuition. New lessons every day on math concepts made easy. Thank you for learning with me. See you tomorrow.